In the last decade, gaming has taken a drastic turn from being a casual hobby that people can indulge in to being a competitive near sport, as players are cheered on by crowds of hundred thousands. Now, more than ever, people's eyes are on video games intently, watching either entertainers who make any scenario funny, or genuinely good players who practice their craft on stream. I've been playing video games since I was 3 years old, and not once did I ever consider myself exceptionally good at any video game. Today, that changes. For one full week, I set out to become a top-ranked player in one of my favorite games, Minecraft. I set a challenge for myself: defeat the Ender Dragon in under 40 minutes. With no prior speedrunning experience or knowledge about speedrunning, I was convinced I was in the top 2,000 of all Minecraft players. With my goal set, only one question remained: can I become the best Minecraft speedrunner? Oh my god. We're out. We're out. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe. It really helps out a lot and keeps me motivated to make good content like the video you're watching now. Anyways, enjoy the video. My journey began like all good adventures do, at 6 o'clock on a Thursday. Man, it's been so long. What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, I got no idea. Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Hey man, what's going on? I was on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching this guy. Speedrun, right?
Okay.
And it brought me back to when I used to speedrun Minecraft, right?
You used to speedrun Minecraft?
I did, yeah. It was I fucking sucked at it.
Oh.
Yeah, very bad at it. But I remember watching like a bunch of people speedrun it. I mean, I don't think it's too hard. I think it's just a pretty big commitment, you know.
I'm really trying to figure out what I wanna make.
Well, I mean, do you want to have fun?
Preferably.
Oh well, if you don't want to have fun, go speedrun Minecraft.
If I don't want to have fun?
Yeah. If you wish to be edged for the rest of your life, become a Minecraft speedrunner.
You know what, man? Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? And so, my adventure began. I watched a couple of videos of people getting sub 30, and it looked fairly simple. The hardest part in my mind was getting the luck of a good seed. And after 40 minutes on day 1, I finally got my first nether enter. And then I just decided to reset? Yeah, I'm looking back on that run and scratching my head just a little bit. I think when people first start out doing something they see other people are good at, whether it be making music, art, coding, playing games, they always want to try and compete with the best without ever actually making that effort to get on the same level as them. I'm a culprit of this as well. I've tried making beats in FL Studio before and they were just terrible. I'm also a culprit here in speedrunning. Starting out, I wanted to get sub 30 and show everybody up, to prove something to anyone that was watching. I had no doubters, I had nobody preying on my downfall, I just wanted to be the best without putting in that work to become it. Unfortunately, I lost most of day 1 to ego. I did, however, have a really good run about an hour into the first stream, but then this happened. And she screamed in your ear like an Enderman. That is a sad face moment. Oh my god, there are so many of them. My. And then I had a really solid run, entering the nether at 8 minutes, but then I died to this. Okay. Fuck. After failing this hard day 1, I knew I had to reevaluate my strategy. I wasn't going to become the best Minecraft speedrunner on luck alone. That night, I watched some more videos and did some more reading. I could get into the nether with no problems, but it's what to do once inside that I struggle with. I did 2 things. The first, I switched my Minecraft version from 1.16.5 to 1.16.1. In 1.16.5, pearl drop rates from piglin trades are nerfed, so I would only have around a 2.18% chance to get an ender pearl drop between 2 and 4. If I were to continue to play on this version, I would need 1 in 7.5 trillion odds to get the perfect run. Unfortunately, I'm not a certain green man, so I knew I didn't have that kind of luck. Switching to 1.16.1 increased those odds to around 4.73%. By just going back 4 versions, I effectively doubled my odds of having a better nether. Switching to this version seemed like a no-brainer, right? Well, the downsides were seriously weighed by me. See, I have yet to play vanilla Minecraft in a version with the piglin trades and a bastion, so I have no idea how to properly deal with navigating a bastion. My plan going into this was to avoid them as much as possible, mine gold nuggets, and trade with piglins that way. However, in 1.16.5, piglins could give spectral arrows, a much needed weapon against the Ender Dragon. 1.16.1, however, doesn't offer the arrows to me, but I can only get them through chests in the bastion. I had to choose pearl rates or arrows. Ultimately, I opted to drop the spectral arrows. If I was struggling this hard to get ender pearls, then it wouldn't matter how many spectral arrows I had. I couldn't even get out of the nether, so why would I plan for the end? My strategy instead, gather as many beds as I can and use obsidian to one-cycle the dragon. If it didn't work, I'd have to improvise. After writing it out, it seems slightly loose. I don't know, I didn't really have a backup outside of improvise when things get bad. So we switched to 1.16.1 to try our odds at better luck. And it actually helped immensely. Nether travel was a breeze with stacks of pearls, and I even was able to get better acquainted with bastions and... No, please. Oh, yeah, bastions are still kind of difficult. The only thing I needed now was another fortress, but how can I maximize my attempts to find one? Luckily, this is where the second thing I did comes in. See, Minecraft's Nether operates on a grid system. In each quadrant of about 350 blocks, a structure can spawn. However, for each quadrant, there's an area where nothing at all can spawn. These dead zones operate on the north and south axis, so statistically we are more likely to find bastions and fortresses by only traveling east and west. Basically, the plan was, go about 200 blocks east or west, then go north and south if you don't see anything. This plan, combined with my increased pearl odds, means finding a bastion is my top priority. If I get a bastion before finding a fortress, I can get a fire resistance potion, pearls, and possibly even more iron for armor before fighting the blazes. And so, with my plan laid out before me, my path to victory was clear. Day 2 started out strong. Hello, friend. What? He hit me? Okay. And so, day 2 started out strong. I hate everything. I hate everything. And so, day 2 got pretty strong towards the middle of... No, please. Day 2 did not go so well. I ended my runs for the day pretty quickly after that. Day 3 was really where my sanity started getting called into question. I'd reset so many times, I forgot what it meant to play Minecraft. 1 week ago, I would tell you Minecraft is about exploring, building houses, and making memories with your friends. Now, however, I couldn't tell you what it was about. All I knew was world seeds, drop rates, probability. Part of what makes Minecraft enjoyable is the magic behind the procedurally generated world, but in order to improve my runs and my time, that curtain of facade had to drop. I knew how everything was done. I knew the odds of it all. And when I kept seeing incredible mountains, hillsides, and even mushroom biomes, I felt nothing. I was a shell of my former self, remaking my spirit and my passion for this block game just to improve. Even during day 3, I was constantly asking myself, is this worth it? Is everything I've put myself through going to be worth it in the end? I didn't know the answer then, and I don't know the answer still. But despite it, I told myself it would be worth it in the end, once I've killed the Ender Dragon. Unfortunately, due to my dwindling sanity, I called day 3 pretty early that day. Day 4 was more of the same, spending less time than I did on day 3 on runs. I was starting to give up not only on the challenge, but on myself as well. Maybe I wasn't cut out for this. Maybe I was never supposed to become a Minecraft speedrunner. Maybe I'll never actually be good at any game I play. On day 5, I hardened my resolve, and spent about 3 hours practicing runs. I still was unsuccessful, and people's faith in me completing this challenge was now shaking. How do I tell my IRL friend that he sucks at Minecraft? Well, my honest advice, man, you just break it to him. I mean, like, Minecraft's a relatively easy game, and so, I mean, if, like, you think he sucks at Minecraft, then, like, he probably knows it as well. Oh, I'm getting a phone call, guys, real quick. Hold on. Let me just... hello?
Hey, bro. I've been thinking recently, and I couldn't I couldn't go on without telling you something.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Bro, you are, like, not very good at all at Minecraft, bro.
At all?
Yeah, like, not even a little bit. Hey, there's one thing I had left.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You're a bitch.
Day 5 ended with me dying yet again to the blazes. I ended stream yet again after that. My will nearly shattered, my dreams nearly crushed, my hope almost extinguished. By day 6, I was at the end of my rope. It's been nearly a week and I've made little to no progress so far. Runs were spotty at best and I still had yet to complete a single run or even leave the nether. If I couldn't finish a run this day, I was going to give up on the challenge and resign myself to my fate. The goal I was chasing seemed so far away, when just 6 days ago it felt so within reach. The more I learned about speedrunning, the wider the gap got. Perhaps it was my naivete eroding into pragmatism, or it truly was just me losing hope, but I knew this had to be my final chance to make something for myself. Day 6 started out rough, and it was difficult to not stop playing throughout the 2.5-hour session. But then, 37 minutes into the stream, I finally got a good seed. I spawned next to a desert village, allowing me access to hay, 10 beds, and extra 6 for crafting. Right next to the village, a ruined portal with gold armor, gold blocks, and enough iron to make myself an iron pick. I quickly gathered the wood I needed for the run, killed the golem, made my bucket, flint and steel, and set off to find an entrance to the nether. 10 minutes in, I finally found the lava pit I needed. At 11 minutes, I entered the nether. I already had gold from the gold block I mined, but I mined as much gold as I found in the nether as well. My track record of finding fortresses and bastions isn't the best, so if it came to it, I'd need to trade with piglins in the wild. At 23 minutes, I finally entered the fortress, and at 26, I collected all the blaze rods I needed. All that was left was to get the obsidian and ender pearls I needed, and my hunt for the stronghold would begin. Overall, things were looking really good for me. This was by far the best I've ever done in a run, but it's like I always say, you can't have a run without complications. And unfortunately, many complications were on the horizon. It took me almost 15 minutes to finally enter a bastion. After failing my setup and surviving on 1 heart, I quickly collected myself and rushed to get to the piglins in the hole for trading. At 47 minutes, I finally made it out of the nether. With armor and arrows from the bastion's chests, enough ender pearls to fill an empty end portal, and leftover pearls for traveling, I felt good about killing the ender dragon in under an hour. It wasn't sub 40 like I initially planned, but if I can complete this run, I can take my place at the starting line for faster runs in the future. At 59 minutes, I found the end portal room. I had 11 eyes of ender left. No pearls, but I finally found it. There was just one problem. The portal frame was empty. In order to enter the end, I needed 1 more eye of ender. I had the blaze powder for it, I just needed to kill a single enderman and get it to drop. It took me 40 minutes to get a single ender pearl. After killing 6 endermen, not a single one of them dropped a pearl. It wasn't until I killed my 7th enderman that I finally got the pearl I needed, surviving the encounter on half a heart. I entered the end disgruntled and beaten, but my hope was not lost. My bed's prepared, my arrows ready, I set up on the perch platform with cobblestone and prepared to one-cycle the dragon. Only, that one cycle never happened. See, in order for the bed strategy to actually work, I needed to set up the perch with obsidian, and I used the rest of mine to make a portal. I got 1 bed off when my setup was completely destroyed. And then I died! Luckily, I set my spawn point at the stronghold so I could quickly jump right back in, but I knew I couldn't rely on the beds any longer. If I was going to finish this run, I was going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, with arrows and an axe. After many cycles, I was left with broken armor, a broken sword, and 1 arrow remaining. Finally, after watching him fly overhead, he landed back again, and I finished him off with my stone axe. I wish I could say it's been a pleasure. I wish I could say it's been a pleasure. Time. With a time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, 5 seconds, and 480 milliseconds, I completed my first Minecraft speedrun. I was ecstatic. A new hope breathed into me. While I was descending into madness, I kept telling myself it will all be worth it in the end, and I never truly believed that. But now that I had killed the dragon, I knew it was true. It was all worth it in the end. It wasn't sub 40 like I wanted, and I didn't hit rank 1 like I had arrogantly planned. Instead, I sat at the rank of 2,662. Although things were rocky throughout the entirety of the journey, at the end of it all, I'm thankful to say that I'm an official Minecraft speedrunner. Perhaps in the future I'll come back to revisit it, to try and beat my old score, but I'm satisfied with where I am. I finally achieved my goal of being able to consider myself good at a game, and that game has held a special place in my heart for 8 years. I wouldn't have it any other way.